Hey guys, Jacinta here with this evening's book reviews. Okay, the first book that I'm going to review is One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. Now I know this book came out I think in 2017, but I've only recently read it. I only got around to reading it then a while ago, and I cannot believe I didn't read it sooner. Like, I loved it so much. Okay, so for those of you who haven't read the book or heard of it or anything, One of Us is Lying is about it's about four students who go into detention with this boy called Simon, and by the end of detention, Simon is dead. He dies because he had ingested peanut butter oil, I think, and he had a peanut allergy. And the thing about Simon is that he runs this gossip app about all the students at his school, and he was about to post rumors about all of the four people that were in detention with him. So once he's dead, they are all suspects in his murder. It's a murder investigation, and they're all suspects. And basically, the story is about them battling with their inner secrets, and they're also trying to prove that they had nothing to do with it. Each of them had nothing to do with it, and it's also about them sticking together to prove it. But at the same time, some of them don't trust each other because they think that one of the other students could have done it. It's a really good book. And another twist added into it is there are Tumblr posts being posted about Simon and about what happened, and they think it's still one of those four students, even though it isn't. And the reader's made to believe it isn't anyway for a while, and it's as though it's from Simon, the Tumblr posts. So with that, I think it has a little bit of a Pretty Little Liars feel to it. It's a really good concept, and I really enjoyed it. And what I liked about it as well is how the four people who weren't really associated with each other and didn't really talk much to each other, apart from two of them, maybe Addie and Cooper. It brought them all closer together, and it made them friends in the end. They all became friends while they're trying to prove that they hadn't their innocence and everything. I loved how different the characters were. Like, we've got Addie, who is a kind of popular girl who kind of goes with her boyfriend and does everything her boyfriend says just to keep him happy, really. Then there's Bronwyn, who is really clever and a little bit nerdy. Well, that's what everyone thinks of her, and very driven and ambitious. And then there's Cooper, who plays baseball. He's a baseball player. He's very into sports, and he has a secret that he doesn't want anybody to know. And there is Nate, who is meant to be the bad boy, criminal, drug dealer kind of character. So what I really liked about Nate is that he's a little bit rough around the edges, but once you get past that, he's really sweet and just a really cool guy. I actually really love Nate. I think he was my favorite character in the book. I really liked him, and by the end of the book, the characters are so well fleshed out that you really feel like they're real people. I feel sorry for most of the characters by the end as well, with all their backstories and things that happen to them throughout the book. Cooper and Addie would probably be the biggest example. But then again, Nate as well. They basically right. I'm going to be going into their stories now. Things that wouldn't have been revealed straight away. So this is a bit of a spoiler alert. So if you haven't read the book and you would like to read it, without having any of this spoiled for you, I would suggest stop watching this video and come back to it once you've finished. So yeah, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds and then I'll get back to what I was saying. Okay, I felt really, really badly for Addie, because as she's with her boyfriend Jake is really kind of controlling, but she gives into it and she always does what he says. But the reason that she does that is because her mother is constantly having digs in her, constantly telling her that she's not even good enough for Jake, and that she basically just belittles her the whole time, and it's really, really sad. But what I love about the development of Addie's character is by the end of the book, she comes out as like the most courageous and stand-up character, I think, by the end, for what she does. And now I'll go on to Nate, whose mother supposedly died, right? His father is an alcoholic, and he never really has any money to do anything, so that's why I think he's kind of resorted to drug dealing. And it's really sad because it's like he's not even really a bad kid, or he did it just to be bad. He's doing it to get by, and it's really, really sad, but I still love his character. And then there is Cooper, whose story is that he is closet gay, and he doesn't want anybody to know that he's gay because he's into baseball, and he's planning on getting into college on a scholarship for his athletic ability, but he's just afraid that if everyone knows about his sexuality, that it'll affect his chances of the scholarship, because there's still a certain level of homophobia within the sports world, I suppose. And then when he finds out his dad can't even look at him, and it's just so sad to think that still happens, unfortunately, in the world today. Yeah, so really the characters are really, really, really well fleshed out, and the ending of the book had me utterly shocked. I was so surprised, like I couldn't believe it. Such an amazing plot twist. I was kind of lost for words at the end. It's a murder mystery, really, but normally when I'm reading a murder mystery, I can hazard a guess as to who it is. But when I was reading One of Us Is Lying, I had absolutely no idea who the killer was, and when it was revealed at the end, I was like, oh my god, it kind of fell into place, and there was enough background information, I suppose, and backstory to make it feel reasonable. But I was still like, I can't believe it, that I never saw that coming. I honestly didn't see the twist. It was such a good twist, and yeah, because of this, I went on to read Karen McManus's other book that has been released recently, Two Can Keep a Secret, and I posted a review of that as well, so you can check that out. But yeah, as I was saying, Karen McManus is now one of my new favourite authors, and I cannot wait for her next book, One of Us Is Next, which is the sequel to One of Us Is Lying. I can't wait to see where she goes with that, and yeah, I absolutely loved this book. It was so good. I think there's a TV show being made of it as well, and I cannot wait for that. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's really it, I think, on this book review. yeah, such a good book. And I think yeah, McManus is really has really inspired me. I've come up with a few of my own ideas after reading that book on different things, and I think if I can be like half as good at keeping the reader engaged in the stories that I write and hopefully get published one day, I will be absolutely delighted. Like she is such a good author, and I just cannot wait to read more of her books. Yeah, so if you're a fan of Karen McManus, check out my other book review on Who Can Keep a Secret. It should come up right now, soon anyway. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See ya, bye.